Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're setting the stage for an absolutely incredible journey. We're going to be zooming in from the unfathomable depths of the cosmos right down to our everyday choices. We're exploring a deeply fascinating question. Does quantum physics actually explain how the primordial sound of Om becomes physical matter? And maybe more importantly, how can we use this ancient wisdom, specifically from chapter 17 of the Bhagavad Gita, as a practical guide for living peacefully, finding clarity, and excelling in a modern life that's often full of doubts and struggles?
So let's dive right in with a pretty wild question that connects modern astrophysics with ancient spiritual texts. Did the ancient sages, sitting in deep meditation without telescopes or particle accelerators, actually glimpse the fundamental quantum nature of reality thousands of years ago? I know, it sounds like science fiction, right? But wait until you see the parallels we're about to uncover. They are absolutely staggering.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, the sound of creation. Second, quantum physics meets Vedanta. Third, the illusion of separation. Fourth, the three modes of nature. And finally, the art of peaceful living.
Starting off with Section 1, the sound of creation, from the great void to the universe. Okay, picture this. We're going way, way back to a time when literally nothing existed. No existence, no non-existence, just an endless, silent void. What's mind-blowing here is how the modern scientific concept of a singularity beautifully mirrors ancient Vedic creation. Science points to the Big Bang, a tiny, dense point of nothingness exploding into everything we see. Meanwhile, ancient texts describe Nad Brahma, a cosmic sound or subtle vibration, Om. This single vibration sparked the golden womb or Hiranyagarbha. It's like both worlds totally agree. Out of profound stillness, a single, highly condensed spark or vibration gave birth to all physical matter, the stars, the galaxies, and eventually us.
Moving right along to Section 2, quantum physics meets Vedanta, science and spirituality. So how does this ancient philosophy actually hold up under the microscope of modern science? Well, let's look at Advaita Vedanta. This is a non-dualistic philosophy from the ancient Upanishads, and it basically says the universe is one undivided whole. All those separate objects we think we see, that separation is just an illusion, known as Maya. And this is huge because just like modern quantum mechanics, it completely shatters our everyday classical view of reality. Where classical physics sees completely separate things, quantum physics shows us entanglement, where particles are instantly connected across vast distances, as if the space between them doesn't even exist.
In Vedanta, this underlying, undivided reality is called Brahman. Now, to be clear, Brahman isn't a person or some conventional god sitting up in the clouds. It's the limitless, non-local source holding the actual blueprint of the galaxies, stars, and even consciousness itself. It's infinite, it's eternal. Really, you can think of it as the ultimate quantum field from which all physical matter arises.
And here's where it gets really fascinating, showing exactly how we fit into all this. In quantum physics, you've got the observer effect, right? The mere act of looking at or measuring a subatomic particle actually changes how it behaves. Now flip over to Vedanta, and you find the concept of the witnessing consciousness, or Shakshi. The Upanishads tell us reality isn't separate from consciousness, it's intricately shaped by it. Both cutting-edge science and ancient wisdom hit the nail on the head here. You aren't just living in the universe. Your consciousness is fundamentally entangled with it.
Let's zoom in a bit for Section 3, the illusion of separation, Atman and the universe.
Now that we've looked at the big cosmic picture and that fundamental quantum field, what does this actually mean for you, navigating your everyday life? Well, that brings us to the concept of Atman. Think of the Atman as the eternal spark inside every single living being. Your physical body changes from when you're a kid to old age and eventually passes away, but the Atman, it's the everlasting consciousness powering your mind and senses. Honestly, when you're feeling lost or overwhelmed by daily struggles, remembering this eternal spark is incredibly grounding. Just consider this beautiful analogy for a second. Imagine the universe is a huge ocean. Atman is actually the exact same as Brahman. It's like a single drop of water from that vast ocean. I love this because it perfectly anchors the idea of non-duality. It literally means your deepest self is made of the exact same stuff as the ultimate cosmic reality. That first vibration of Om that created physical matter, that is the exact same energy animating you right at this very moment. All right, Section 4, the three modes of nature, the operating system of human behavior.
Okay, so once we grasp this quantum-level connection to the universe, we have to ask the practical question. We all face doubts and struggles, so how does knowing this actually help us find clarity and live peacefully? Well, Mother Nature operates using 3 modes or gunas to drive human behavior. Think of these like a self-diagnosis tool for your mind. You've got sattva, which is goodness, peace, and balance. Then there's rajas, passion, ambition, high energy. It's great for getting stuff done, but it can definitely lead to restlessness or greed if it gets out of hand. And finally, tamas, ignorance, laziness, and inertia. We all bounce between these 3 gears all day long. The real trick to excelling in life isn't letting these modes control you, but recognizing them, managing them, and consciously elevating yourself towards sattva, and eventually beyond them entirely.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, the art of peaceful living. Wisdom from Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 17.
So, how exactly do we practically elevate our state of mind? Let's pull out a highly practical toolkit from Chapter 17 to help with those everyday decisions. Take a simple example, like a child completely focused on their studies. It shows us that just dedicating ourselves to learning or doing our daily duties honestly and selflessly is a massive step toward balancing those gunas. When you act without selfish attachment, working for the greater good rather than just what's in it for you, that is when you truly start cultivating a peaceful mind. In Chapter 17 gets incredibly specific with an actionable checklist to tune our physical matter back to that pure cosmic vibration. First up, diet. Eat sattvic foods. We're talking juicy, smooth, nutritious stuff, and avoiding foods that are overly bitter or salty, which just drag you right back down into rajas or tamas. Second, speech. Speak politely. A truly wise person uses words that are truthful, sweet, and actually helpful. Sometimes that means choosing to just stay quiet if the truth is only going to be harsh. Third, action. Perform selfless charity. Give to a good cause at the right time without expecting a single thing in return. Controlling what we eat, how we speak, and how we give back, that's how we align our personal energy directly with the harmony of the universe.
To wrap things up, let's look at the ultimate mantra from this chapter, Tat Sat. It's a powerful reminder that the ultimate truth is all that really exists. Chanting this before starting or ending any task directly connects our chaotic daily struggles back to that peaceful primordial We've seen today how quantum physics and ancient wisdom both point to an interconnected universe born from a single source, and how we can use our daily actions to perfectly align with it. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. How are you going to tune your life's frequency to this cosmic vibration today?